Bull, Dustin Hopkins is sticking in Cleveland for the next couple of seasons. He signed a new 3-year, $15.9 million extension, which makes him one of the 5 highest-paid kickers in the NFL, ties him to Cleveland through the 2027 season. And I'm curious how you guys feel about the contract and then how you feel about what that means for Amari Cooper's future.
Now, the first couple things when I first reacted to this, and then I thought about it. My first reaction was, why on earth would you pay a lot of money to a kicker? Most kickers are interchangeable. Unless you have a Justin Tucker or a couple of special guys like that, which he's not. Dustin Hopkins has been really a average at best kicker before last year. And then he had a tremendous season for the Browns, and then he got hurt at the end of the year. So there you go. But you look at his career numbers, I mean, they're not amazing. In fact, if you take out last year, his career field goal percentage is not particularly great. So I don't love the idea of paying a kicker. My second thought was, if I'm Amari Cooper and I've seen all these guys get paid this offseason, and now the freaking kicker gets paid, I'm pissed off. Now, in the end, the best thing about Jimmy Haslam being the owner, there's negatives to him being an owner, but the best thing about Jimmy Haslam being the owner of the Browns is that he seems to not give a rat's ass about spending money. And as a fan base, you like that. Mm-hmm. He will spend. He doesn't care. The Browns just spend. And so for other teams, spending significant money on a kicker to make him the 5th highest paid kicker could be a problem. It could potentially affect another position. With the Browns, that doesn't seem to be the case, so I guess it's not a big deal. And as Jason pointed out, we haven't seen the guaranteed money yet. So maybe there's probably no guaranteed money past next year.
Until we see the guarantees, there's no story here.
I don't understand paying a kicker, but whatever. I guess it doesn't matter. But wouldn't you be pissed if you're Amari Cooper right now? Everybody else has gotten paid by the Browns, pretty much.
It takes 2 to tango. So, I mean, I'm sure there's a number the Browns would sign Amari Cooper to right now.
Yeah.
Right now.
But that's assumed. So you're saying maybe Amari's being unreasonable?
I'm not saying he's being unreasonable. I'm just saying it takes 2 sides to make a deal.
Okay.
And I'm sure there's a number the Browns would sign right now.
I agree.
And it's probably much lower than what Amari wants.
Right.
So you get things like the kicker getting signed instead. But I don't care about this deal until I see the guaranteed dollars. This NFL means the money means nothing until you know what's guaranteed.
Yeah, that's true.
It could be, I mean, if it's a $23 million deal, $3 million could be guaranteed.
Right.
So who cares?
My guess is all the money for this year is guaranteed.
Probably,
which who cares?
yeah.
And probably a little for next year, and that's probably it. So it's probably not a big deal. Right. And as we know, Jimmy will spend and he'd spend. He doesn't matter. He doesn't care.
The Amari can piece to this.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can speak to this better than anybody, but I mean, Amari wants paid. And I'm sure he wants a lot more than what the Browns, and I get it. I get why the Browns are hesitant to go there with him.
It's because of his age. Yeah, that's it. That's the only reason.
That is the only reason.
Yeah.
Wait, I got a potential guaranteed number. According to Over the Cap, which does a pretty good job tracking these things down.
They're very good.
$8.362 million of Hopkins' $15.9 million contract is guaranteed, so more than half.
That's higher than I thought it would be. But it's still
it's probably only 2
half.
years, though.
It's still about
it's 2
probably
years.
This year.
I'm fine if it's just 2 years.
What's the number for this year?
What is it, 3-year deal?
5.3 for this year?
It's 5.3 average.
Yeah.
Okay. So if he's getting 5.5 guaranteed this year and 2.5 guaranteed next year.
It's fine. It's fine.
Something like that.
I just don't trust a kicker like him year to year. Would it surprise you if he wasn't that good this year? It wouldn't surprise me.
My thought when I first seen it was that Cade York, they just got him back, and I thought that they were trying to.
Yeah, you thought there might be a real competition. Now clearly there's not.
Yeah, but I mean, I honestly look at this situation the same way I look at the Amari Cooper and Jerry Jeudy situation. Dustin, you're a really good kicker, but you're getting up there in age, and at some point we feel like you might teeter off. Cade York, obviously he started off, he's young, we drafted him, so we do owe him a little bit of loyalty there. We cut him, but we was able to get him back. And we can get him to learn under you for those 2 years and then
but
put him
the
in.
difference is, in the
good.
Jerry Jeudy situation, it was Jerry Jeudy that got paid. And not the veteran.
But I'm just saying, I'm saying from a business standpoint, they're taking these veterans and bringing in guys to groom up these young guys so they can just give them the keys, which is what you're supposed to do anyway.
Yeah, I mean, in reality, though, Cade York is probably going to get cut at some point.
He'll be practice squad and another team will pick him up.
Practice squad, yeah.
So he may not be here.
Yeah.
But if I'm Amari Cooper, I'm frustrated right now.
Sure. You should be.
Because I'm like, we've seen in the last 2 years, you've seen a ton of players on this team get paid who have not accomplished nearly what Amari Cooper is. Amari Cooper has had the best 2-year stretch by a pass catcher in the history of this franchise.
Yeah.
Amari Cooper.
Think about that for a minute.
Amari Cooper is coming off of his best season yards-wise, and he had his best game of his career, single game, yards-wise. So I understand why, why do you think I'm going to slow down if I just put these up just this year? He don't think he's going to slow down. So I don't blame him for wanting to get his money. I really don't. I'm interested to see how deep this goes. Like, are you willing to sit down and sit out a game of the season? That's to me, that's the only way that I feel like he gonna get it. But you rolling the dice there because they go out against Dallas. Dallas secondary is pretty good. They got some really good players in their secondary. They go out there against Dallas, and Jerry Jeudy is held to 2 catches for 18 yards, and the Browns lose by 21 points. Then Amari Cooper will be like, "So you ready to make that deal? You ready to make that deal or not?"
So you think he's going to hold out training camp?
Yes. First of all, what veteran want to do that? Who wants to go through training camp anyway?
Jason, you agree with that? You think he's going to hold out for training camp?
I have no idea, but I mean, it's reasonable.
When is Veterans
You're right.
Report
They
Day,
don't
Mike?
Who wants to go to training camp?
That is it the 25th? I can't remember the exact day. I want to say it's the 24th or the 25th.
Do Amari Cooper need to be at training camp?
Absolutely not.
So do you need to see Amari Cooper in the preseason?
No.
So why would he show up?
If I'm Amari Cooper, I probably wouldn't. If I thought the Browns were lowballing.
24th bowl.
If he really
24th?
If he really serious about this money, like if it's really gonna go there, because if you're gonna go there, you got to do it now, because this is it. Like this is the only. If you really want to be in Cleveland and you feel like Cleveland is the place you want to get paid from, that's the only way you got to force their hand. And it's unfortunate that this is where the business part. You got to take all your personal feelings, throw them to the side. It's not about Deshaun. It ain't about anybody on that roster. You cool with all of them. Them your brothers. But this is the business standpoint that I hate it. I hate. You got to sit out and you got to tell them, listen, you need me more than I need you right now, and somebody got to blink first.
And I do think that's true. I think the Browns need Amari Cooper more than Amari Cooper needs the Browns.
Have you seen the rest of their depth chart?
I have. I don't trust anybody else in their receiving corps. Amari Cooper, when healthy, is a sure thing.
But I don't think, I get that the Browns don't want to have, they don't want to get what they might see as a bad contract, to where if let's say we pay him 3 or 4 years and he declines in 2 years, it's like, that's why we didn't want to pay him to begin with.
Well, I don't even think Amari Cooper is expecting guaranteed money for 3-4 years. I can't imagine he's expecting that. I think if you gave him guaranteed money for this year and next, that's above what he's already supposed to make for this year.
I don't think that's
that's enough if they paid him significantly.
Because I feel like they would do that.
You're adding 1 year.
But you're also adding more. Like, how much is he supposed to get paid this year? 17? What's he getting paid this year, Amari?
His cap hit or what he's actually getting paid?
What's going in his pocket? I don't care about his cap.
What's going in his pocket?
Yeah.
According to Over the Cap,
which
once again is the best in the business at this.
Yeah.
For the 2024 season, his base salary is $20 million.
Woo! 20 mil.
And he has a prorated signing bonus of $3.776.
No, I don't think that's already paid.
It's just
so he's getting $20 million. If you went to Amari and said, "We'll give you an extra $5 million guaranteed this year. We'll give you $25 million guaranteed next year, and then a third year, $25 million, $5 million of that's guaranteed," you don't think he'd sign that?
I tell you, I'll counter back and say 10. What would you say?
In the end, I would cave. I would,
and that's why you're not an NFL GM.
So $60 million in 3 years?
Yeah.
You got yourself a deal, buddy. You got yourself a deal.
There you go. I'd be a good GM because I'm smarter than most of the idiots that are GMs in the league. I believe that. I mean, I do.
I know you do. I don't doubt that you believe that. I don't know if it's true.
But let me ask you this. Say we sign that deal and then next year I give you nothing.
Be like, Amari, I backed you up, man.
Say it declined this year.
What
like
happened?
I don't got it no more. It's over.
I think that's the chance you take. Listen, they paid David. I know a lot of these guys are younger, but they paid David Njoku, who had been at best an average tight end.
You know what? I'm glad you said that. Steve, let me see the camera. That brings me to a point. since you brought up such a great point about how the Browns paid a young David Njoku at the time, since seeing that, we're getting ready to kick this thing off soon, and, I still have not received my contract, which is great because, we got time to talk about some things. It would be so nice that you look at me as a young broadcaster in this game.
But that means you work in the media.
Shut up! Young broadcaster in this game, young analyst, that just does a great job of breaking the game down and saying how the athletes are feeling and what goes through their mind that these fans can relate to. I feel like that you should definitely compensate that kid. Not break the bank, not like that. Just a couple more dollars, maybe $100 or $200 more dollars in my contract. I would be greatly appreciative.
Who are you talking to, by the way?
So if the Browns PR is watching this, holla at me.
What if they put in the contract language specifically stating that you are a member of the media? Would you sign it?
Oh, you get more money. You get more money, but you have to.
You have to admit that you're a media member.
Yes.
No. No, I'm
You're
not.
a liar.
Because I'm not in the
How
media.
much more money would
media
they have
room.
to give you to sign that agreement? They signed Jack Conklin, which even at the time looked like a contract that made no sense.
Yeah.
They've re-signed Grant Delpit. They've re-signed. Who else have they re-signed in the last couple?
But
of
all
years?
these guys are young. That's the biggest difference.
Jerry Jeudy.
Young.
Jack Conklin's not young.
Well, they messed up. And they know they did.
I think that was assessing the market and seeing that there's just not a lot of tackles.
What you talking?
I agree with
what
that.
you talking
I
about
agree.
right now is why Amari Cooper is in the situation he's in.
What do you mean?
We paid this old guy, and he's on the
Well,
decline. So now
But
we
he also
scared
had
to
an
pay.
injury history. Conklin did.
Amari
Amari gets
Amari's
dinged
got-
every
he
year.
gets dinged,
Yeah.
but not to the extent.
He plays, but you can tell when he's not right.
Okay, but it's not like the guy has missed a significant amount of time. By the way, Browns training camp starts 1 week from tomorrow. The veterans will report 1 week from tomorrow on the 24th. So there you go with that. It'd be interesting to see if Amari Cooper, they come to an agreement in the next week, which at the moment doesn't seem very likely. Although, to be fair, a lot of these Browns extensions have come out of nowhere. I mean, we didn't hear about most of them before they happened, including the Dustin Hopkins extension. And if they can't figure things out in the next week, does he show up on the 24th? That'll be a storyline we're all keeping an eye on. By the way, there are 5 draft picks that are still unsigned as rookie camps are about to start.
You know what?
Including Caleb Williams.
I take back what I said.
What are you taking
about Amari not showing up? Amari, you should 100% show up to camp. Don't touch the field not one time.
Oh, just hang out.
You should be there because it is new playbook and stuff going in.
That's true.
He needs to see it and need to talk.
Nothing on the field.
I would not touch the field.
That does make
I
more
would be
sense.
in the building and I would not touch the field.
It's like a whole. It's a
hold
and
in.
you also lose money with holding out.
Yeah, you do.
So it's a hold in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would come on and
Good
come
call.
report, but don't touch the field.
Those hold-ins are really effective, let me tell you.
They're not.
No. Didn't Kareem try a hold-in? Kareem Hunt?
Yeah,
Did he?
Yeah, wasn't it Kareem? Somebody did. I think it was Kareem.
I think it was. That sounds familiar.
Doesn't Amari Cooper have more leverage than Kareem
I'm
Hunt
just
did,
saying,
though?
hold-ins don't really.
But I don't want him to get fined, though.
The only person obsessed with Kareem Hunt is Jay Crawford.
Who is more obsessed, Jay with Kareem Hunt or Garrett with Amani Bates?
Oh, definitely
G.
Garrett.
G. Yeah.
That's not even close.
But yeah, I don't want him to lose no money. And like I say, if he does decide to at some point play this season, he needs to be able to understand the playbook, understand the language and stuff like that, because things might have changed.
I don't fault Amari at all.
I don't either.
Get every dollar you can. That's it. But I also see the Brown side. Two things can be true, and that makes this tough.
That's why I say
Better find a way to get it done.
somebody got to blink on this.
Yeah.
But do they?
Yeah.
He's under contract for this year. If he wants to sit out and not get paid all year,
See, at the end, I don't think he'll
But
do
at
that.
the end of the day, are you willing to sabotage your season to prove a point?
I'm not. No.
The Browns will.
That's right.
That's my point.
Amari's leverage is the Browns depth chart.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
The Browns' leverage is
even
get paid.
Yeah.
if Jerry Jeudy comes out and have a great season, he'll just look like Amari Cooper they has for the past 2 years. He ain't got no help.
Best case scenario.
Unless number 8 do his thing, which I'm highly expecting that Elijah Moore have the most bounce back season I've ever seen, because he's gonna make me look like a genius on this panel.
I don't believe you believe that.